I'm Meltin Metal Anthony, and today I'm going to be talking about air arc gouging. And to air arc gouge, you need two different components. You need a compressor and you need a power source. So today I'm going to be using my Iron Horse triple head air compressor. It does about 22 CFM, that's cubic feet per minute. And I'm going to be using my Trailblazer 302, which is 302 amps it can go up to, which you might need every bit of that of each in order to air arc gouge. So I've just recently become air arc capable with the addition of my new compressor. In order to air arc gouge, you need one of these torches, a gouging torch. And basically what it is it has this little clamp, much like an electrode holder, but on the opposite side of it here, you see these holes? Those push out air, and that blows the molten metal away from you as you're gouging. So let's go ahead. I don't have nothing to gouge right now, so we gotta make something to gouge. We're gonna throw a couple passes, 70-18, weld two pieces a 1/4 inch together, and then we're gonna blow some welds out, and I'm gonna show you how air arc gouging works. But first, before that, let me show you how to set it up. So now that we welded our plate out, I'm gonna go ahead and do the first step of setting up your air arc gouging torch. You gotta first turn your compressor on, you gotta let it build air. She likes to be choked a little. While our compressor's building air, we're gonna go ahead and set our torch up. Very, very simple. You wanna go ahead and expose the lug by sliding back the sleeve. And go ahead and hook your air up. Then you take the positive end of your lead, which is for me right now. Oh, our compressor's done. You go ahead and you hook your positive or your electrode right to that clamp. Slide your sleeve over it. I like to get it in there as deep as I can, so that way there's no chance of it arcing off anywhere. Put that in a place that's not going to separate or arc off anything. And you want to get yourself your carbon. Now what you want to do with your carbon here is you want to stick it about halfway through. And that's because of the distance of the air. You don't want the air to have to travel too far to get to your carbon. And once it's in there, you can freely turn it about whichever direction you need. Alright, and then to open up the air valve of this thing, it's just this button. So there you go. Alright, so our last step is setting up the air arc gouging torch. Is to go ahead and turn our welder on. We're going to try 180 amps and see how that does. Now, air arc gouging is an extremely loud process. Comes in at about 120 decibel, so you do want to use some hearing protection. I might not, doesn't mean you shouldn't. Remove the weld material. Remove a little more than I would have wanted, but we probably need a smaller carbon to really remove the metal correctly from this. So you go ahead, you can kind of see how that's done. I definitely didn't have the best technique. I kind of kept getting stuck in there and I didn't have it at quite enough angle to push it out. But we can try one more time. We got another weld on the back. Let's see how we do with that. So you'll see that is a much cleaner cut. So this is a much better example of carbon arc gouging. And this is the process for you if you need to remove a lot of metal or a weld quickly, cleanly, and efficiently. But that's really how it should look when you're done with this. It shouldn't look like this. That was wrong. That was too much heat and the wrong angle. This one I was at 180 amps, and this one I was at 170. I also had more of a pushing angle, and on this one I had a little too steep of a pushing angle. So gouging is a pretty good process. I don't use it much. I haven't used it much. This is the first time I've been capable of doing it. But yeah, this is definitely the fastest way to remove a weld. All right, guys, I'll see you later.